What is good, people? What is good, people? Welcome to the Wavy Baller Hub. We're talking transfer news today. Transfer news today. Everyone who's watching, make sure to hit the like button for me. Excuse me. Hit the comments button for me. Get in the turn on your post notifications, all that good stuff. You feel me? And let's have a conversation about the news that is going on in the transfer market. All right. So as we know, Manchester United are looking for a striker, right? There's no secret. Eric Ten Hag has said it on multiple occasions over the past few weeks. We need a striker. Anthony Martial is injury prone. He's not in the best of form. We don't really want to take Marcus Rashford away from his best position right now, which is the left-hand side. So we need some reinforcements there. And there's been some interesting rumors, man. There's been some interesting rumors, and I would love to get some people's thoughts on this. The French, there's a French coalition, right? A lot of news, a lot of reports coming out about certain French strikers that we're going to talk about today. The first one that surprised me was Olivier Giroud, out of AC Milan, World Cup winner, right? World Cup winner, Italian League winner, Champions League winner. He's had a great career, all time leading goal scorer for France, right? Had a great World Cup, but he's older, right? I don't remember how old he is exactly. How old is Olivier Giroud? How old is Olivier Giroud? He's 36. Oh my goodness. He's 36 years old. But again, this would be in my opinion, a short-term option, right? This would be a short-term option thing. This is not something that would be long-term. This would be something that would be for the next 6 months to get us through to the summertime, where we can make maybe a big splash signing for a striker. Whoever that may be. Could it be Kane? Could it be Ivan Tony? Could it whatever? I don't know who. I don't know who's on the list right now. But what we do need is a short-term option, i.e., what we did with Odi Nagalo, right? With Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we need a short-term fix, right? So I think the reports, right, according to the Daily Mirror, Manchester United have reportedly reached out over a potential move for AC Milan striker Olivier Giroud, right? So that's coming from the Daily Mirror. Would I do that? Olivier Giroud to Manchester United. Would I do that for 6 months? Absolutely. Absolutely. This is again 6 months. 6 months. Is it the ideal signing? No, I'd prefer someone with a bit more pace, maybe. But at the end of the day, we just need a body. We just need a body. And I think Olivier Giroud provides quality. He's smart. He can hold up the ball. We just need someone who can hold up the ball, play with their back to goal, link play. Olivier Giroud can do all of those things. You know what I mean? Even at his old age, he can still hold the ball up and link play, right? Because it's something he's always had in his arsenal, right? I think it would be a great move for Olivier Giroud. One, I mean, granted, AC Milan are battling for a league title right now as we currently speak. I haven't been watching them recently. I haven't watched them honestly since earlier in the season. I don't know how many games he's gotten this season, how much he's been playing. Um, I think he's had injuries, if I'm not mistaken, this season. So it's an interesting one. You feel me? It's an interesting one. I would do it though. If we're being real, I would 100% take Olivier Giroud at Manchester United. I think that's something that um uh, he would be a net positive to the squad. And that's how I always kind of think of these things. Would this guy be a net positive to the squad? What he calls dissension. And what I mean by that is his playing ability, his playing ability, two, his ability to be a good presence in and around the locker room. He's not going to upset the apple cart. Much love to Brother Moses. Much love, bro. Much love. Make sure to share this with your friends. Um, you know, are you providing something to the team that someone else maybe isn't? And I think Olivier Giroud could do that. It's an interesting one. I don't think it's good. Do I think this would happen? I'd be stunned if on a scale of, you know, if I was to give it a percentage chance, I'd say 5%. Seriously, I'd say 5% chance that Olivier Giroud um, would come to Manchester United. I just don't. I don't. One, I don't trust the Daily Mirror. Let's get that out the way. Right when the Daily Mirror comes out with news, I'm just like, I think there was an ESPN. I think there was some ESPN reports maybe as well. I was watching a video and they were talking about it earlier. Um, but I can't see it happening if I'm being real. I don't trust John Murtaugh and the rest of his clowns up there. Giroud for 6 months makes good sense. I completely agree. Yo, Wavy, Giroud or Felix though? That's a good question. I mean, Felix is the better talent by far at this stage of their careers, right? I don't know where Felix would play. You know what I mean? I like Joao Felix. When you play him as a false nine, that's asking a lot. He probably favors coming off the left hand side, like Marcus Rashford. He plays as a 10, plays off the left, and he can play in that quote unquote false nine position. But for the purposes of this squad, I think Giroud is more functional. We know where he's going to play. He's going to play as a number 9. No ifs, no ands, or no buts about it. There's no qualms. There's no questioning. And if he doesn't play, it's not a big deal, right? So the thing with Joao Felix is like, one, I like Joao Felix as a player. So if he comes, I'd be excited. Like I would have no issues with it. The only maybe, I'm not saying no issues with it. My only trepidation would be like, if the games let's say he doesn't play, all right, for 3 games on the bounce, then people are going to start asking 10 odd questions. Oh, why isn't Jao playing? You spent X amount of money on him, all this, you have to spend a lot of money on him. He's going to be in the media 24/7. It's kind of annoying. I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you. I'd be happy if it happened because we need a body at a minimum. At a minimum, we need a body. But that's another one I just don't see happening. I think it's paper talk, to be real with you. Another French striker who is in the news with Manchester United, Randall Kolo Muani. Another French striker, like I mentioned. Let me see. I think I just lost his statistics here. I don't know where they just went. Where do those stats go? Where do those stats go? Anyway, Kolo Muani, striker out of Eintracht Frankfurt, I believe. The report is Manchester United are interested in France international Randall Kolo Muani, according to reports, with Bayern Munich also interested. And this was according to The Sun, another news outlet I really don't care for. Manchester United are ready to make an offer worth around £53 million to sign Frankfurt striker Kolo Muani, according to reports by the Daily Express on January the 2nd. 53 million pounds. That's never happening in January. Not in a million years. Not with the Glazers reportedly looking to sell. Not with us struggling to get Cody Gakpo, right? The price was there for Cody Gakpo, and we didn't make the deal because apparently the money wasn't there. So how do we not have money for a 30-something million pound signing, but we have money for a 53 million pound signing? Another player I like Kolo Muani. I'm going to raise my hands up. I haven't watched enough of him, but the little I've seen, again, at the right price, bring him in. But he's probably more of a summer type of signing. You feel me? He plays as a striker. He kind of plays off the right as well. He can play across the front three, if we're being real. He can play across the front three, has pace, can dribble, can get in behind. He kind of reminds me of Isak a little bit. I don't know what y'all feel about that comparison, but that's kind of the vibe I get from Kolo Muani. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe I get from Kolo Muani. Tall, lanky, pacey, can get in behind, all that good stuff. I would do it. I think it's a signing that's a summer signing, though. I don't think it's a winter signing like some of these reports are trying to convince fans that it is. You have to be careful with the paper talk. That's all we report it here. You see what I'm saying? That's why I talk about this stuff on this channel. So I can give you the unfiltered, the real. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you the unfiltered real version because sometimes the paper talk, you got to read it and take it with a grain of salt. 53 million pounds for Kolomuani. That's a lot of money, right? He's had a good season so far, though. He's had 5 goals and 9 assists so far this season, which is good. That's a good return. You know what I'm saying? In Germany, just in the league, I don't know about all competitions, but in the Bundesliga, he has 5 goals and 9 assists. Right, that's a really good return. You feel me? For a 6-month stretch of the season. I think that's good. Again, a net positive to the squad. French connection. I think he could bring the squad depth that we need, bring the pace in behind that we need. He could play the striker role. He can play. I don't know. Again, I don't know how he is with his back to goal. I haven't watched enough of him. The very little I've seen of him, he seems like a get in behind, take a man on more so than a hold up player. You feel me? But it is what it is. I'm not too fussed about it. Guys, make sure to get your thoughts in the comments. Drop some questions for me below. Let me actually type that in real quick. Drop some questions for me below. You know what I'm saying? And get in on the fun here of the stream. You feel me? Thuram on a free in the summer could get him in 10 mil in Jan. Yeah, I've talked about, and this was actually the next thing I was going to talk about. The third thing I was going to talk about today was Marcus Thuram. You feel me? We talked about him earlier in the week. The reports, we could probably get him for 10, like Brother Moses is saying here, could get him for 10 mil in January. I think it's a very logical deal. I think out of the 3 of these deals that I've mentioned Olivier Giroud to start with. I've mentioned Randall Kolo-Muani. You feel me? Which is the least likely in my opinion. And Marcus Thuram, which I think is the most realistic in terms of where he is with his contract status. Mönchengladbach wanting to recover some money for him. You feel me? That's another thing. I would do if it's only 10 mil to get him in January and then sign him to a new deal, whatever that looks like, do it. Absolutely do it. 10 million, that's pennies. That's pennies. But United doesn't do business like that. They really don't. How many times do we see Malacia's, 12 million pound Malacia deal that just works out? How much of that business have we done, outside of this past year? You feel me? So we got Eriksson on a free. That was a shock. We got Malacia for 12 million pounds. We need to start doing more deals like that, especially in January. Even if it's just one player. Even if it's just one player. You feel me? I think the Thuram thing is a great shout. But let's look at the official reports. United are reportedly leading the race to sign Marcus Thuram in a cut price deal from Borussia Mönchengladbach in the January transfer window, according to the Daily Mirror. Manchester United are monitoring developments with Borussia Mönchengladbach forward. So far this season, he scored 10 goals. He has 3 assists, and this is in the Bundesliga. Obviously, I'm not sure what his numbers are in all competitions, but again, a good return. 10 goals, 13 goal contributions, right? That's a great start to the season. I don't think you can ask for much more, so especially someone. I don't know how often he's playing through the middle, how often he's playing through on the left, whatever the case may be. I don't know that. I think he plays through the middle mostly for Mönchengladbach, and check me if I'm wrong. People, but I think that's the case, right? Why not do this deal? Again, why not do a 10 million pound striker signing in January? The percentage I'd give this a 30% chance. I give this a 30% chance. I've seen multiple reports. The report I have is from the Daily Mirror. Again, I don't trust the Daily Mirror that much, but I've seen other, Sky, other news outlets talk about this, right? I do think we'll get a striker in January. I for whatever reason, I'm pretty confident we're going to get a striker in January. And if there is a striker I think we are going to get, I would probably say Marcus Thuram, which is why I'm giving it a 30-35% chance of happening. You might think 30-35% isn't a lot, but considering all the variables, all the factors, you know what I'm saying? it's hard to get business done in January. Does the player want to come to Manchester United in the first place? Can you negotiate with his agents to get a deal done in terms of his contract because it's running out in 6 months? There's a lot of factors, a lot of variables. You feel me? A lot of different factors and a lot of different variables. Um, and that's why I'm a little bit suspect if we can, you know, a little bit suspect on Turan. Just I think 30 to 35% is for me is it's high. Um, you know, when I put it into context. But what do you guys think? Do you think we're to get a striker this January? Do you think we'll make moves? You know what I'm saying? I there's also a lot of other transfer talk, that I'm gonna save for later because I do think there's other things I want to bring up, you know, going into next week. There's some reports on some center back that we're interested in, another striker. I wanted to focus on the French guys today. You know what I'm saying? Those are the three because one, they're all strikers. Three, I think they're all deals that United should be looking at doing or trying to get done. You know what I mean? And there's other little things happening, right? Jack Butland, the Jack Butland thing, the backup goalkeeper situation, right? There's things in the works. You feel me? There's things in the works. We just have to be patient. What is it? January 4th. We have some time. We have some time. The window just opened, but I do want to see some real concrete reports. Like I need to see a David Ornstein report. I need to see a Fabrizio Romano report. You know what I mean? Something that's a little more concrete than these essentially tabloids that are being called media outlets. You feel me? But it's okay. It is what it is, guys. Get your thoughts in the comments, man. I'm gonna wrap up the transfer news show for today. I appreciate it, guys. Normally, when I have a guest, we'll run longer. But if I don't have a guest, I'll run for about 20 minutes. You feel me? Just to get you guys thinking about what's going on. In the world of football and Manchester United and you know transfer news. You feel me? So, guys, appreciate anyone who's watched today. Make sure to hit the like button for me, hit the subscribe button for me. Make sure to tell your friends about this podcast. We've had a lot of good, positive feedback over the past couple of days in terms of viewership. We have to get a striker. Get a striker. We will take that pressure off Rashford 100%. I definitely think we need a striker. No questions. Guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button for me, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button for me. It really helps other people see the content. You feel me? That would be really helpful for the channel. We're currently at 315 subscribers. Want to get up to 350 as soon as possible. Hopefully we can get to 350 before January ends, even 400 before January ends. You feel me? Show some love, people. Show some love to the channel. We're really trying to make some moves here for you guys, trying to bring more content out. You feel me? But in order to do that, I need the likes, man. I need the subscribers. I need to turn on the post notifications so you don't miss a show. Tomorrow, I'm doing a match preview for the Everton FA Cup match. It's probably going to be in the morning time. I have it scheduled for afternoon, but I think I have to move it to the morning time now because of some schedule conflicts in my day. So make sure to check out, be on the lookout for my Everton match preview. The thumbnail's already in my what's it called? In my YouTube channel bio, whatever. You'll see it, all the good stuff for this week. So do not miss it. Okay, do not miss my match preview. There's a lot to discuss in terms of lineups, what he's going to do, what Ten Hag's going to do. You feel me? In terms of his lineups, I'm going to break all that down. You feel me? And then we'll go from there, man. But anyway, I'm rambling, guys. I appreciate everyone who's come in and watched today. Make sure to hit the like button, like I said, hit the subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and I will talk to all of y'all very, very soon, okay? Deuces.